You are the icing on my cake. You are the smile I can't replace. You are.
Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to make an ice cream cake. The supplies you'll need are a spring-formed pan, and if you don't have a spring-formed pan, you can just use a regular cake pan, but you'll need to put plastic wrap around or inside the pan. And if you don't know what a spring-formed pan is, it's basically a pan that the sides come apart from the bottom. You'll also need melted butter and graham crackers. You can do like a recipe whatever recipe you would want for the graham cracker crust, but I kind of just go with how it's supposed to feel because I've made multiple ice cream cakes before, and so I kind of know what it's supposed to feel like. If you don't know and you haven't made a lot, then just go find a recipe. You'll also need caramel sauce and Kit Kats. In ice cream, I'm using vanilla and caramel. You can use whatever kind you like, but I really like the caramel and the vanilla in this cake because I think it makes it really nice. You'll also need some Cool Whip, and let's get started. Okay, so what you want to do is pour all your crushed graham crackers into the pan. Then you just want to spread them out and make them all kind of flattened and stuff. But you want to make sure that you wash your hands before you do any of this, because then that'll be gross if you don't wash your hands before you cook or bake. After you just kind of get them flattened out and kind of spread it out evenly, you want to take your butter, your melted butter, and you just want to pour that all in it. Depending on your recipe, will be depending on how much butter and graham crackers you have. Next, you want to just take your hands and just mix it all in and mix it all together.
This song just says one thing, I love you. That's what I'm telling you.
After you mix it all together, you just want to start flattening it out. And I just take my hands and start from the middle and then just kind of flatten it out and make it flat for the graham cracker crust.
You are the apple of my eye, the sweet sunshine in the sky. You are. And metaphorically, the song just says one thing, I love you. That's what I'm telling you.
Next, it's time for the ice cream. And you want to make sure that the ice cream is softened. What I have done is I've just taken some ice cream and I just put it in a bowl and started mixing it up to try and get it softened. And then I added some caramel in it to make it more caramely, because the caramel ice cream that we got didn't have much caramel flavor in it. And so then I just kept mixing caramel sauce in it and then just mixing it up so it would be softer. And while I was doing that, I put the crust in the freezer to make it a little more harder, so it wouldn't just mix in with the ice cream and just make no crust. Next, you want to just pour the ice cream in the pan on top of the crust, graham cracker crust. And I'll need a lot more, but I'll have to do it in sections because I don't want to sit and wait for the ice cream to thaw. So then I just start to spread it out and make a nice even layer of ice cream.
That's what I'm telling you.
After I got the first layer of ice cream, which was the caramel layer, then I just made sure that my vanilla layer was nice and softened. And so it would have a little different, it wouldn't just be blended in, the vanilla and the caramel ice cream. I put crushed Kit Kats in between the two layers, so it was different than just two ice creams. Also, if you're wondering why it's in a caramel container, I thought that would be easier to mix it in because I would be able to hold a lot more. So I just mixed it in the caramel container because I used all of the caramel ice cream and just a little bit of vanilla because I wanted more caramel. But you can do half and half caramel, half vanilla, or do whatever flavors you would like. I just did that. And then because the Kit Kats were mixing into the caramel, I just kind of decided to just have them have this swirl effect with the two ice creams, because it didn't turn out how I thought it would turn out. Because I would have needed to let the or the caramel ice cream sit in the freezer for a little bit to get it like hardened more before I put the vanilla ice cream on. But I learned from that I can do that next time. Okay, so I have let it sit overnight in the freezer just to make sure that the ice cream was fully froze. And then after I did that, then I just went ahead and put the whipped cream on after it was fully froze. So then now I'm going to start the decorating part. So I'm just going to take my caramel sauce, and make sure you still wash your hands though. And I'm going to just kind of drizzle it just across the whole ice cream cake. Whatever you want.
Oh, and there's no irony because I say what I mean. I love you. I love you.
Okay, and once you're ready to serve it, then you just take the pan covering off, and it should just slide right off. And if it doesn't, then you can just take a knife and then just go around the edge. And so if it gets a little stuck, but when you're just freezing it or you are taking it somewhere, just leave the ring around it on because it keeps it froze more and in form when the ring is on.